I get this flashing all the time. I've got the switches. I don't really know what they all mean. Like, obviously I know what that means and that, but all the other stuff is a bit confusing to me. So anyway, I'm going to upgrade it all, new panels, new controller, new display. Here's the first part of my order, because I'm going to upgrade my solar and charging system. This is an MPPT charger. It's got all the bells and whistles, I think. It's meant to have Bluetooth, and it's got a nice little screen. 100 amps, which is quite powerful, I understand. So it should be good for the future as I upgrade. I'll show you what the other one looked like. It was very basic, and the wiring was bodgy. But that's more me than it. Yeah, I just wanted a bit more functionality with keeping track of it all. So I thought, you know, the new modern ones would be better.
Sydney's number one hit music station.
It's my existing controller. Very basic.
Country. Next week, her first stop, direct in.
Now, I'm going to install this upside down so I can get the wires in easier. I've already drilled a couple of holes. Well, I've just fitted that up. I'm leaving the circuit breaker as it is, but the problem is it's a 40 amp circuit breaker and it's a 100 amp system, but I haven't got 40 amps going through it at the moment. Anyway, I'm going to buy a bigger breaker. Alright, here's the moment of truth. Flick the switch. I've got some sort of info. Now, you hear my tone of voice back then. I really didn't have any idea what I'm looking at. I understand the principle of all this solar and that, but for some reason, I don't know, it doesn't seem to work for me or something or other. Yeah, so I thought, oh, this will be basic. Just plug it all in and see what happens. It'll give you all the readings. Then I'll know what's going on with my old panels and all other stuff like that. But I couldn't really get it going, it seemed. And the Bluetooth, apparently I need another little dongle to get that to work, which was a real bummer, because that was that was what I based the purchase on. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. The other one definitely did need to be replaced. There was a couple of the wiring ports didn't really screw up anymore, so there was a bit of make do going on there. So a lot of this video just had me pressing the button and trying to read what was on the screen, and I don't know. You know, I thought there should have been hundreds of watts and volts and all that sort of shit going in, but yeah, I think I've done something wrong. Anyway, watch the video. You'll see the struggles. They are real. Just doing all this stuff that you're seeing here, I'm sort of jammed into a cupboard and everything. And then trying to film it. Oh my god. But yeah, I definitely needed an upgrade, that's for sure. I had been putting off purchasing some new equipment for my solar system, knowing that the tech was getting better and cheaper, For example, the panels I bought, they were 500 watts each, and they were about $170, replacing 135 watt panels that I had. This charge was about 300. So as you can see, the new panel's a little bit shorter than the other one. So I'm going to move this rail forward a bit and undo these. So these, I'm going to stick on that to extend it out and remount that, which is what they've done at the front there. So that should be easy. Famous last words. The problem is the panel appears to be glued down. I'm having all sorts of dramas. BALO Marine, we think that boats are like onions, and this is why. There's many layers. I thought just drill out a few rivets, take a couple of bolts out, pop the old panels off, put the new ones on, drill some holes, happy days. It'd be done in a few hours. But it wasn't like that. They were glued down with some super stuff. And they were a real pain to get off. So instead of a few hours, it took like 2 weekends. And here I am on the second weekend, still trying to get this last one off. I'd learned some tips from the other two, and I was employing all my finest tools. It was driving me mad how long it was taking. It's a beautiful day, nice weekend, and I wanted to get it finished and go for sale, but it just took so long. This last one was particularly difficult. I knew that the stern light was just holding it all together, but I couldn't seem to get to the fixings for it. Even though I understand how they work, and usually you can pop something off, but I was a bit rattled at this stage, and I couldn't believe how long this was taking and how strong this glue was. It was ridiculous. Look at the way I've been smashing everything, and it just wouldn't break the bond. The stern light was a problem for me as well at this stage. You should be able to just pop that cover off and get to the fastenings, but I couldn't. I thought, oh, they must be from behind. I was trying all sorts of things to get it off, so it sort of became a casualty as well as the spotlight, which fell overboard. So a new stern light was put on later in the spotlight, so I'm undecided about that. Maybe a light bar or something, I don't know. But as you can see, the kitchen meat cleaver was particularly handy. It's a wonderful shape. And we bashed it away and I got it off. Then the wind really kicked in, so we ended up moving the boat somewhere a bit more tranquil, around to Mort Bay. I really noticed that the new panels are maybe half the weight of these ones. The old ones were really quite heavy. Probably good quality in their time. What we want to do now is clean up these rails a bit. So the top of this bimini hadn't seen the light of day in quite a while. So I gave that a good clean and a bit of a spray with soap and vinegar and then a scrub. It came out pretty good. Just to be covered up again, of course, but it's in good nick though. Look, ideally you'd build all this on the ground and then fit it to the boat. If you do it upside down, then it would make a big difference, and you're not impacted by the bimini here trying to drill up through it. What I've been doing is just undoing these, lifting it up a bit, then I can get the drill under there, drill the holes and then secure it again. Bit of to and fro. But yeah, you do what you gotta do. Yeah. Handy meat cleaver. Where I am, Mort Bay, is a great spot to anchor, tucked away, shelter from virtually all breezes. 4 or 5 metres deep at least, right to the walls, probably 8 metres in the centre. Get a little bit of wash from one ferry that comes in, but only a little bit. And yeah, you got pubs up the road and lots of things there. All the Balmains at your doorstep to tie your dinghy up to the ferry wharf. It's got the mad book library there on the wharf. I wanted to get all this put together before the sun set so I could see if it actually worked. The sun was getting really low now. The system that was on the boat when I bought it had 3 panels all in parallel, so I just left that the same. And with these plugs, they're really good, and it can all only really go one way, so you can't get it too wrong. And and connection is the number one thing to look out for. I was reading on a little forum on it all, and that's the number one problem there. So I really made sure to get them good. So good, in fact, that I broke 2 of them in the process. So I couldn't really get it all hooked up correctly that evening anyway. Yeah, unbelievable. But that, because they're all in parallel, that's why I'm not getting the massive voltages and that of the combined. But I just don't know why the amps aren't higher. Maybe because the batteries are full and it's just what it demands. I'm hoping the Bluetooth explains it all to me. Well, all in all, I'm pretty happy with how that went. Well, the final result anyway. The process was a bit of a punish. Getting those panels off was very difficult. And they seem to be working great. Look, it's about 10 o'clock in the morning and they're back up to 13.4, my batteries. The problem is they don't seem to hold a charge. They're about 6 years old and, you know, probably done, you know, maybe 2,000 cycles, so that's pretty much their life typically. That's the problem with being a liverboard, I think. You use everything out much more. So I may need to replace my batteries. At the moment I've got 860 amp hours, which should be plenty, you know. Just gel, not lithium, so I can use half of that. I don't know if I want to go down the lithium path just yet. I might just replace the gel ones with the new solid. Should power 1500 watts there, should go pretty good. Anyway, thanks for watching if you got this far. I really appreciate that. Like and share. The more you share it, the better it is for us, whether or not people watch it. And, you know. Yeah, remember, both are like onions, and stay cool. See you cats.